Hello everyone and welcome back to another album review, and in this video I'm going to review Rotating Misery by Progress of Inhumanity. Go and show some love for this local Greek grindcore band. I've actually seen them live once. It's probably the only grindcore live that I think I've ever been on. They gave a really good show, and I would say that when it comes to some local Greek grindcore music, I would say they're probably one of the best bands in Greece in grindcore when it comes to that sort of stuff. Now, even though they have the main sound of grindcore, they also share lots of other elements from punk and especially like power violence, which is something that is also apparent in this album as well. This album, despite having some ridiculous track lengths and some ridiculous vocals, it doesn't go to this sound of grindcore where it sounds more of like a novelty. It's the more serious grindcore stuff, the one that was supposed to be in the first place. Keeping that in mind, their lyrics tend to go into a more socio-political side of things, and even the production of this sounds way more clean and more detailed, something that goes closer to power violence even when it comes to some of the structures of the drums or the guitars. And it's really nice how the whole instrumentation can get apparent, like you can recognize the guitars and even some of the riffs. You can even recognize some of the bass lines. The vocals is probably the most ridiculous thing about the band, but we're not talking about something really exaggerating. And the drums of Progress of Inhumanity are insane, like ridiculous blast beats. We're talking about really crazy blast beats. Now, I might not be the hugest fan of Progress of Inhumanity when it comes to just listening to the full material in general, but I still think they're a really solid band for what they're doing. This new album is 20 tracks. Each song is less than a minute long, with the exception of two, T.H.R.A.S.H and Socialize. And so we're talking about what they've considered it to be a mini album that goes for less than 20 minutes long actually. It's a really short and just straight to the point grindcore slash power violence album. The album just decides to start with a slower tone when it comes to the introduction and the Repression, which is a bit funny because we're talking about one of the longest tracks on the album going for 57 seconds long. And it starts with a sample and a more slow and soft melody, only for it to get in the next track, the Referral bonus that just gets straight to the point and the actual nasty and sickening grindcore sound. The album, unfortunately, in my opinion, doesn't go for lots of different and lots of intriguing stuff other than just a few moments that might sound like they're just taking some other influences of sounds, something that goes more to a slower pace of things, some other songs that T.H.R.A.S.H, for example, that has an amazing moment where you can hear a really good bass line, or just other ridiculous moments like Socialize, which starts with a sort of funny ranting about Instagram. What I do like about this mini album is its production. I would say it's probably their best sounding project so far. But in my opinion, the album does not have that many moments that would end up being standout for me. And even though I like it as a short experience, I would say it's just a solid grindcore release that I don't see myself getting that much back into it. For what it is though, I can give it that there are some solid and okay moments. It's just an okay grindcore release with some elements of power violence and hardcore punk, which is something that was also apparent with some of their previous releases. It's not like it's something new that they're offering to the table. But if you are into this sort of stuff and you haven't heard Progress of Inhumanity, I do encourage you to give them a shot, especially on the first album, Escalating Decay, back in 2010, because I would say that this is a really solid grindcore release. This mini album goes more to the same, there's not something that special, but I still encourage you, if you are a fan of this sort of genre, it might probably be one of the better ones you can find this year. I'm gonna give this mini album a 6 out of 10. What's your opinion on this album? Like it, dislike it, why, and what do you want me to review next time? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.